Welcome back to Glowline, where we break down the biggest stories shaping our world. Get ready, because the news cycle is absolutely wild today. We're diving headfirst into the shocking aftermath of Charlie Kirk's murder, exploring the complex emotional and societal reactions to this tragic event, and hearing how even those with opposing political views are grappling with the loss. Then, we shift our focus to the courtroom. We're digging into the legal strategies and challenges that lie ahead for the defense of Tyler Robinson, the man accused in Charlie Kirk's killing. Will the location of the crime and the local demographics play a role in jury selection? Next, we head to Texas, where the repercussions are being felt far beyond the courtroom. We'll examine the disciplinary actions taken against public employees for their social media commentary following Charlie Kirk's death, and what this means for free speech in the workplace. And finally, we'll unpack how the political response to Charlie Kirk's assassination is highlighting a deep national divide, sparking intense debate and revealing the fractures in our society. Stick around, you won't want to miss this. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Charlie Kirk's tragic end sparks deep reflection on dialogue and violence. This shocking murder has sent ripples through society, forcing a difficult conversation about the line between political discourse and real-world consequences. It's a moment that compels us to examine how rhetoric can escalate and the profound impact it has on families and communities. We're hearing powerful insights from Mike Cosper and Russell Moore, who are dissecting the complex legacy of Charlie Kirk. They highlight Kirk's own efforts to engage in dialogue, even with those who vehemently disagreed with him, often using his platform to preach what he saw as the gospel and offer advice on navigating polarized family dynamics. Cosper recalls Kirk's willingness to debate opponents and even put up signs inviting people to tell him where he was wrong, all in an effort to foster conversation and prevent civil war. Moore emphasizes the moral imperative to value human life beyond beliefs and the destructive nature of cycles of revenge, drawing parallels to historical attempts to purge society through violence, which ultimately only breed more bloodshed. They express deep sorrow for Kirk's family, particularly his wife and children, and hope his death can be a catalyst for positive change. The outpouring of grief and the subsequent political commentary have been immediate and intense. Many are expressing shock and outrage, while others are already leveraging the tragedy for political gain, a response that Moore describes as gross. The incident has reignited debates about the impact of online humiliation culture and the dehumanization of opponents in political arenas. But how does the legal system prepare for a trial in the shadow of such a high-profile, emotionally charged event? Stay tuned as we investigate the intricate jury selection process for Tyler Robinson, the accused in Charlie Kirk's assassination. The fight for an impartial jury in the Charlie Kirk murder case. Following the assassination of Charlie Kirk, the legal spotlight now turns to the daunting task of selecting a jury for the alleged killer, Tyler Robinson. This case presents a significant challenge in finding individuals who can remain unbiased amidst intense public attention and emotion. Dr. Lillian Glass, a jury consultant, emphasizes that finding an impartial jury is the absolute bottom line in any trial, especially in a case like this where societal emotions run high. She notes that Utah, where the murder occurred, is a conservative state where 60% of the population are members of the Latter-day Saints Church, a group often perceived as impartial, which could be a double-edged sword. While the church's leaders may favor the death penalty, potentially complicating matters for the defense, the general inclination towards impartiality could also be an advantage. The defense will need to conduct exceptionally thorough and specific questioning to uncover potential biases, examining jurors' backgrounds, family histories of assault or murder, and attitudes towards law enforcement and the presumption of innocence. Social media activity is also a critical factor, as brief online interactions can reveal deep-seated opinions. Robinson faces serious charges, including aggravated murder, and could potentially face the death penalty if convicted, or life in prison without parole. News has confirmed that Robinson is expected to face federal charges, adding another layer of complexity to the legal proceedings. The Utah Department of Justice has indicated that significant evidence will be made public after Robinson's initial court appearance. But the legal battles aren't the only consequences unfolding. The fallout is also hitting the digital sphere. We're heading to Texas next to explore how social media posts about Charlie Kirk's killing are leading to real-world employment repercussions. Texas public employees face discipline over social media posts on Charlie Kirk's killing. The aftermath of Charlie Kirk's assassination has ignited a firestorm of debate not only about political discourse, but also about the boundaries of free speech for public employees, particularly in Texas. Across Texas, a number of public employees, including firefighters and teachers, are now facing disciplinary actions, ranging from termination to ongoing investigations, due to their social media posts concerning Charlie Kirk's death. Comal County Emergency Services District No. 3 confirmed a firefighter was terminated after an internal probe, while Jourdanton ISD is investigating a teacher's online activity. These actions come at a time of heightened political tension and renewed scrutiny of professional conduct. Attorney Joe Halsher notes that extreme emotions are understandable given Kirk's controversial statements, but questions arise about whether employers should punish reactions to offensive content. The Texas Education Agency is also monitoring educators' posts for violations of the Educators' Code of Ethics. Legal experts, like employment attorney Lawrence Morales, explain the crucial distinction between private and public employers. Private companies generally have broad latitude to terminate employees for social media activity, as they are not bound by the First Amendment. However, public employees, such as government workers and teachers, possess certain free speech protections under the First Amendment, meaning their employers are restricted in disciplining them for speech made outside of work. Despite these protections, Texas operates under an at-will employment doctrine, allowing employers to fire workers for almost any reason unless a contract or legal exception applies. Both attorneys advise a degree of tolerance during this heated period, urging employers to consider whether an employee's opinion truly crosses a line that warrants career-ending consequences. Governor Greg Abbott has stated that over 100 educators are under investigation, and any teacher found to have incited violence will face suspension and be barred from public schools. This intense reaction and the resulting employment actions underscore a broader societal rift. We'll delve into how the political response to Charlie Kirk's assassination is starkly highlighting the national divide. Political fallout from Charlie Kirk assassination exposes deep national divide. The assassination of Charlie Kirk has not only sent shockwaves through communities, but has also laid bare the profound political divisions gripping the nation, with reactions to the event starkly highlighting ideological fault lines. The political response to the killing of the Turning Point USA founder has been a focal point for discussions about the current state of American discourse. Panels and commentators are dissecting how the event and its aftermath have amplified existing tensions between different political factions. The very nature of the discussions surrounding Kirk's death, from the initial shock and grief to the subsequent debates over his legacy and the implications of his murder, have become a microcosm of the broader national divide. This intense polarization means that even tragic events are viewed through deeply entrenched partisan lenses, making unified national sentiment or even a shared understanding of events increasingly difficult to achieve. Commentators are observing how different political groups are framing the narrative, often reinforcing their own viewpoints and deepening the chasm between them. This starkly illustrates the challenges facing a society where political identity can overshadow shared humanity and where dialogue is often replaced by entrenched opposition. And that brings us to the end of our deep dive today. But before you go, let's do a quick recap of the headlines that rocked the news cycle. And that's a wrap on today's breaking news. We've covered the heartfelt reflections on Charlie Kirk's murder and the calls for dialogue, the crucial legal maneuvers in the trial of Tyler Robinson, the significant employment consequences for Texas public employees posting on social media, and how the political reaction to Kirk's assassination is a stark indicator of our nation's deep divisions. If you found this breakdown insightful, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to Glowline for more critical updates, and ring that notification bell. Let us know your thoughts on these stories in the comments below, and follow us on all social media platforms to stay connected. We'll see you in the next one.